Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew, with you here as always. This is Go Again, a fabulous video cast covering the trading card game Flesh and Blood. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando. Throughout Tales of Aria spoiler season, and then last weekend both playing in and officiating release event tournaments, I saw a lot of questions come up around paying for and playing cards, primarily sparked by the new fuse mechanic. Questions such as, during an opponent's turn, they've pitched but haven't yet played their card. Can I play an instant right then and there? Or, so in order of play, when you pay for a fusion card, can you reveal the cards that you're pitching? The answers of both of those, of course, are no. But what I wanted to do in today's video was take kind of a holistic and rules-based approach to paying for cards and defining when you can and can't respond to them. Hey Fab folks, thanks for tuning back in to Dice Commando and Go Again, a fabulous cast for a continuation of our new and old Player 2 series. We got a lot of great feedback about the Combat Chane episode, and I wanted to kind of apply that same method and logic to really explaining something that I saw a lot of questions come up over the weekend and is quite fundamental to Fab and important for people to understand. So let's start off today's episode by just going straight to the rules. So what I'm showing up right now is section 15.5 in the comprehensive rules, which is it details how to play a card or activate an ability. But in this case, we're going to be applying it to playing a card, right? And remember, the definition of playing a card is to play it from your hand, paying for it, right? We're not talking about defending, because that is not playing a card as per the definition of Flesh and Blood. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to first announce it. You're going to determine the resource cost, right? That'll include any additions, bonuses, or subtractions, whatever it may be. Then you are going to pay the cost, right? So without going through each and every sentence and just reading it out to you, because you guys can read, the gist of this is the gist for today's video is this: all costs are paid simultaneously with playing the card, right? So why is that important? Let's go to this example here, a fuse card, right? Where many of the questions came from this weekend. So if we want to play Rites of Lightning, right, this is a one-pitch card that has the fusing option. So let's say you want to play Rites of Lightning and you want to fuse it. You are going to play Rites of Lightning either from your hand or from Arsenal. You're going to pitch to pay the resource cost, right? So in this case, we're pitching Flicker Wisp to generate 2 resources, one of which will be left over afterwards. And we are also going to reveal from our hand Ball Lightning. Now, what we're showing right here means that we have to have 3, this has to be 3 cards involved and 2 of those have to be from your hand, right? Ball Lightning and Flicker Wisp both have to be in your hand. Rites of Lightning could be in your hand or in your arsenal. So when you go to play Rites of Lightning, you pitch and you reveal, and those are all costs, right? Those are all part of playing the card. Now, what's important, and the reason that they say as an additional cost is you as an opponent or your opponent, no one can respond to a cost, right? And another thing out there that's of note is boosting, right? The Mechanologist Dash, she has cards which can boost as an additional cost, right? And we'll wrap back around to why, in terms of reaction windows, why that would matter necessarily for Dash. But the point here is that no one can respond to that, right? So that one of the questions that did come up multiple times was, when they put the card from their hand, right? So I don't want to use the game term play, because play involves everything that we see here, right? Playing the card involves everything that we see here. But many of the questions came up of, when they put the card down and when they pitch for it, could I somehow take a card out of their hand that would thus prevent them from having a card left with which to fuse, right? That was essentially the question. Of course, the answer is no, because everything here is done simultaneously. So now when can I respond then, right? So after the card is played, meaning the card is played and the cost is paid, right? Because it all happens simultaneously, your opponent does get a priority window. So the example I'm showing up across the screen right now is actually one that comes up, has come up quite a bit with Chane, is Riftbind, right? So let's say you play Riftbind and they play it, right? Which means they've played it and pitched for it. You then get a priority window before Riftbind resolves, right? Because recall that Riftbind gets a bonus based on the number of non-attacks that had been played prior to it. However, if you, after they play it and before that card resolves, if you were to play a snag, which of course prevents cards from getting bonuses, Riftbind you would play snag before it resolves. It goes back to them, Riftbind resolves, but it does not gain the plus attack because Riftbind prevents it, right? So you cannot in any way prevent them from pitching Mavrion or something like that to disrupt Riftbind. Riftbind is coming in. However, in this case, or in any case, you get a chance to respond prior to the card resolving. And that's where your priority window, you would play snag, then it would go back to them and prevent, even though the card does come in play still, it is played, but it does not get the bonus when it resolves. Clear as mud? Clear as mud. All right, so next, I want to kind of speak to cost specifically as it comes with modification and how that works with other cards. So the rule that we're specifically referring to here is 9.2.5 in the comprehensive rules resource cost, if any, expressed as a numeral X within a resource point symbol located in the top right corner of an action, instant attack reaction, or defense reaction. This defines the base resource cost of the card, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then next, a card's resource cost can be modified by game effects. Unless an effect explicitly states otherwise, modifying resource cost does not change the base resource cost of a card. Okay, so great. What does that mean? Let's go look at this example here. Okay, Frostbite tokens are something that we're all going to become very, very familiar with very, very quickly here, right? So let's say I want to play Zipper Hit out of my hand. Zipper Hit costs 1, has a cost of 1. So if I were to Nimbleism into Zipper Hit while there's a Frostbite out, can I still Nimbleism, right? Because Nimbleism specifically says with cost 1 or less. The answer is yes. Frostbite makes Zipper Hit cost an additional +1 to play, but Zipper Hit still costs 1. So in this case, Nimbleism still grants the +3 because the card itself still costs 1. However, it still costs you 2 to play it because you have the additional resource cost from Frostbite. All right, let's go ahead and look at another example. Slogism into Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath. So let's say you've got those 9 rune chants out there, right? The Ninth Blade is 1 less for each rune chant you control. So you did good. You've got your pile of rune chants ready to go. Ninth Blade is going to play for 0. However, the cost of Ninth Blade is still 9. So Slogism, which gives the next attack action with 2 or greater +6, absolutely 100% does grant the, in this case, +6 onto Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath. It still costs 9, but it is reduced to play. All right. Now, I referred to before in referring to boost, right? So let's combine a boost card. Let's go back to Zipper Hit, right? Zipper Hit as an additional cost to play Zipper Hit, right? Just written exactly the same way as fusing. As an additional cost to play Zipper Hit, you may banish the top card of your deck. If it's a Mechanologist card, Zipper Hit gains go again, right? So what's important to note here in terms of the windows is let's say I've got some instant in my hand that I can play. This is a mythical card, right? But an instant in my hand that I can play that discards the top card of your deck. And it's the end of the game and I'm able to deck you out then, right? No cards left in your deck. I would not be able to play that before Zipper Hit resolves, right? So they would be able to play Zipper Hit and boost it. Doing that, there would be no way that I would be able to respond to that and discard the top card first. So that's more what I was saying in terms of reaction windows. And I believe that you can draw the same lines from what we were talking about Riftbind before. So really, folks, that's it today, right? The important thing to remember about all of this is if anything is considered a cost, whether it be a base cost or an additional cost, whatever, it is all paid simultaneously, right? It all happens simultaneously. Boosting, fusing, whatever it may be, right? Putting a card from it, like, there are other cards out there that say as an additional cost, put a card, reveal a card, whatever it may be, that all happens simultaneously and cannot be interfered with. Your reaction window comes after the card is played, but before the card resolves. So that is it for today. Nice and quick and simple, cut and dry new player series videos. I want to encourage everyone to check out others. I've got a couple more new player ones in the pipeline, new player and old too, in the pipeline. But yeah, so let me know, of course. I've been answering any questions as people ask them, so please let me know what your questions are, how we can clarify things anymore, or anything else that you need. I'll make sure to respond below. So thanks for tuning in today, folks, and go Commando.